So guys, welcome back to another video here, and in this video we're going to be feeding and cleaning the little green tree python hatchlings. So as I said guys, in this video we're going to be going through my routine of feeding and cleaning these little green tree python hatchlings. These guys are pretty hungry and ready to go at the moment, so we're going to get stuck in, give them a good clean first, defrost some food, and then we're going to give them a good feed. These guys are absolutely stunning little critters, and I got 10 of them that are doing really well. Unfortunately 2 did develop enlarged hearts, one of them has since passed, and I've got one that's kind of teetering a little bit as to what its kind of condition is doing, but we'll see how he goes. But in this video, we're going to give all the guys that are nice and red hot and fired up, ready to go, we're going to give them a good feed. So at the moment, most of these guys have taken about 7 or 8 pinky mice each, so I'm getting pretty close to graduating them onto fuzzies. I'll probably just do this as my last feed on pinkies, and then yeah, I'll start them up on fuzzies because I've got a few people that are ready and lined up for these guys. I'm pretty sure I've sold all of the ones that I am going to sell, and I am actually going to keep a heap for myself as well. Why wouldn't you? They're beautiful little yellow babies, and it's the first time I've had a yellow Neonate green tree python. Alright, let's get stuck into the process.
Is that not the most stunning snake you've ever seen? I absolutely love these guys. They're so gorgeous. I'm so very lucky to have these guys.
So as you guys would have seen in a previous video with my rack builds, I've actually got my green tree pythons in here. So we've got all 12 tubs there. Unfortunately, one is no longer with us, as I've mentioned before. So I will be getting these guys out, and what I'm going to do to start off with those, I'm actually going to just pull out a tub where I can put like dirty paper towels and water and stuff like that in, and I can go and clean all that later. But just get rid of the filthy stuff so we can freshen it all up, make it all nice and new for them, and make sure they're all nice, happy and healthy. As you can see too, I've already chosen 2 that I wanted to keep. They got my name on them, and I want to choose probably about 2 more, and then I'll probably release the other 6, or maybe I'll keep 5, who knows. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So got a tub, getting some tools ready. So I've got a pair of tweezers there for feeding, I've got some new paper towels. I need to go and fill up my water jug over here as well, just so I can freshen up their water bowls, and maybe we'll just put a bit more humidity inside of the enclosures. So yeah, first I'm going to give them a good clean just before I get into it and give them a good feed. And I've got those rodents defrosting in the laundry there. So yeah, anyway, let's get stuck in. I'm going to give these guys a good clean and show you how I do it. So one of the first things I like to do is just get my paper towel and actually just rip up as much as I'm going to need. So in this case, I've got 11 green tree pythons, so I'm going to need 22 sheets in total. So hopefully I've got enough here. But what I like to do is just kind of fold them out like this into a stack. I can always fold up some of the paper towel to fit into the tub. What are we up to? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I'm not gonna have enough. I'll have to go and find some more. Okay. 9, 10, 11. Good stuff. Okay, so the next step is I need to get these guys out, because I'm one of those weirdos that likes to have lids on their snake tubs. So I'm going to get them all out, stack them all next to the Boyd's Forest Dragon enclosure, and get them ready for cleaning. So as I said guys, I'm a bit of a weirdo with the ways that I'm kind of set in, just the ways that I like to do things, but real simple stuff, hey, like the greens are actually really good to be able to take care of like this. So I basically just take a lid off, I take the green out, 9 times out of 10 they're sitting on the perch like this, which is awesome. I'm just going to pop him down there, get the water bowl, tip out the water bowl. If it needs like a bit of a wipe out or anything, I can just do that right with some paper towel. I've got some F10 on hand if I need it, but that's only if I've really got a dirty tub or anything like that. I'm just going to ditch that paper towel. Get rid of that paper towel as well. That's pretty much like 1.5 sheets for these guys. So I pop that back in, pop the little green in. Watch your head, mate. There we are. Pop his water bowl back in there. Fill up the little bowl with some fresh water. And I usually just do like a couple of little spritzes. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit of extra water in there, just to kind of bump the humidity up a little bit. These little plastic tubs seem to keep it pretty humid as is, so I don't want to overdo it and cause any water issues. But yeah, they're inquisitive little things, aren't they? Beautiful little animals. So I'll race through that process again. I'll just quickly show you. Lid off, green out, water bowl's dumped. That one's not too bad, but we'll give it a quick wipe over anyway. Get into it. That goes there. That goes there. Folded sheet of paper. Green goes back in. Bowl's back in. Bit of water. And Bob's your uncle. Happy days. Another one done. Let's go through and do the last 9 of these guys, and then we'll look at some feeding. Okay, so you can see that I've actually spaced them all out here on the carpet. As I said, this is only with the greens that I do this. I like to be able to watch them, make sure that they're doing what they want to do. Most other things like the children's and that, I just feed them in their tubs in the rack and be done with it, like it's easy stuff. I just went and tipped all the water out with the pinkies and then filled it back up with some nice warm water just to put a bit of heat through them, make them a little bit more appetizing to these little guys. What I'm going to do is just quickly whip off all their lids, put them in front of their tubs and then start going around and feeding them all. I can definitely get used to seeing this is for sure. All these yellow babies just look absolutely stunning. I'm going to get stuck in. I'm going to start offering these guys some feeds. So nice warm pinkies. I feed them to them wet just so they get a little bit more moisture through them as well. That just kind of helps with their guts and everything, being able to pass feces a little bit easier. So I'm going to do it now. Got 11 babies here. One on the end here, he's the one that's got the enlarged heart, or a little bit of an enlarged heart, so I might save a little tiny pinky for him, and we'll see if we can get him to go. Occasionally a couple of these guys might drop a mouse here or there, but it's not too common. I'll see if there's a little pinky in here somewhere for him. We'll see if we can get a meal into him, because it's been a few weeks for that particular guy. We'll see if we can make him a little bit more interested. So something that this particular one does is he just always bites. Might do a little quick wrap if you're lucky, but he tends to drop it straight afterwards. I've got like a little half trigger there, but I reckon he'll probably drop it soon. if we get really lucky, you might actually take a meal. I'd be pretty stoked if I can get one into him, because as I said, it's been a few weeks and I would like to try to get this guy going, but if this guy does keep going, he's not going to be one that I release to the public at all, just because I can already tell that he's got a little bit of a defect. He's missed his last 2 feeds, so yeah, no good. We'll see what happens with him. You can see here that these other guys, they're all starting to eat already. Doesn't take much convincing for them at all. They're already starting to wrap them up and consume them. We'll get some close-ups on the next lot, hey? Alright, here you go, mate. You look keen. You hungry? Yeah. This next one that we're going to have a look at is little Banana. Look at the pattern between these two. See the one on the right? He's one that's staying with me because I'm interested in what that pattern might potentially do. I'm going to try to keep a couple of kind of mixed looking ones and a couple of these kind of less patterned ones. Come on. Yeah, here we are. Little Banana, hey? Little Banana, so cool. Next one, he's definitely keen. Ooh, big wrap. That was awesome. This guy looks like he could be keen. Keen, bud? Yeah, sure are. Right, we got a couple more left. Alright. Keen for a feed, bud? Awesome stuff. Alright. Lucky last. You want one too, bud? That's the stuff. That is the stuff. So, hopefully, I can sit here nice and patiently. Have you still got yours? Yeah, you've still got yours. Okay, cool. I can sit here nice and patiently and pretty much just watch these guys eat their dinners. How cool is this? I feel very, very lucky to have this. Hey, there's a stray cricket in that guy's tub. I have to get that out. Hopefully I won't disturb him. I got a few loose crickets in this room here, so that's a bit of a pain. Definitely do not want to leave that in there with him. Right, got that. I'll deal with that one. But yeah, I'm so stoked that I was able to hatch my first green tree pythons and to have this sort of success with them. Yeah, I had a couple of maybe not so great experiences with these greens, but I think that's just odds. Being able to have all these guys have some pretty solid feeds. Like if we look at these feed cards, they're only basic, it's nothing crazy. Got your date of birth on the 26th of the 11th, and look at all these feeds already. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Am I counting that right? Yeah, 6 feeds for this particular one. That must be one of the slow ones. But yeah, a few of them have had quite a few feeds now. Absolutely stoked. Look at this guy. This guy's already hoofed it down. And then there's our one with the little enlarged heart too. That's a good sign. Hopefully he keeps it down. Very stoked that he's had a meal. So yeah, his last meal that he kept down was on the 13th of December. So it's about a month ago now. So yeah, pretty stoked to have these guys get a few meals into them, all get established. As I said, most of them have already found new homes. The ones that are I'm not keeping. But yeah, basically the plan is keep a couple that look like this, a bit of a lighter pattern. So I've marked that one down because that one's probably the lightest patterned individual, and this one's going to be one that I hold back as well. And then I'll probably keep something like these guys here where they've got quite a bit of pattern. When you compare the two, like it's almost night and day. It's probably a better example when you do see these two next to each other. But yeah, should be interesting stuff.
Well, we've got most of them fed now. This guy's just given his a little solid hug. Little Banana's deciding to escape, but that one's had a good feed now. This one here, another one in the belly, and this one decided to eat his mouse ass first, so yeah, bit of a weirdo with that one. But we've got all of them fed, these 6 and the little guy over there, all done. I'm going to catch Banana before he decides to get walloped, because you shouldn't be crawling about, should ya? Come on, get back in here. Funny little snakes, aren't they? I'll probably get smashed here. Come on, come on. Don't want to disturb that big belly of yours. You go back in your tub. Now. Nip. I just want you back in there so I can put the lid on. Crazy little snake. But yeah, everything's looking good. Pretty happy with that. Everyone's pretty much fed now. I've just got that one that's taking his time. It'll get to it eventually. Sometimes they just like to give it a hug for a while, so I might just even shove it in the rack while I have dinner, and I'll come and check on him later. Oh, and the one that ate it butt first, he's got it down. So, good on you, mate. Love your style. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. That is me feeding and cleaning the green tree python hatchies. Really easy done. I've tried to make it efficient for myself. But yeah, as you can see, pretty easy stuff. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to drop it a like, make sure to put a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Australian reptile related content, and also consider joining up to Patreon as well. Until next time guys, take it easy, and I'll catch you then.